Hi. Okay. I recently started a YouTube channel, and I had the brilliant idea to start a series that's more vlog style, hence the setting. And I'm going to cover in July every day a vlog on an Instagram therapist or thought leader or even just people that are going through some of the same things I am, that post things that help them and things that don't help. But basically it's like trying to get therapy without paying for therapy, because I don't have insurance right now, and honestly a lot of insurance doesn't even cover therapy. Okay, so that's my deal, and these are going to be pretty raw and unedited. As you can see, I have not a stitch of makeup on, and I'm rubbing my face with an ice roller. I live in the Dallas area. I don't think you have to be in the South currently to be melting, but it's already very hot. And when I took my dogs on my first walk this morning, when it's usually like it's cooler, we're past that stage. I think it was 86 when I took them out, and it's very humid, and so I am a sweaty pig when I get back. We usually walk for anywhere from 15 to 40 minutes, and I want to come in, strip down, and just walk around naked, but I'm too prude to do that, and I live alone. So anyway, hello, I'm Kim. Welcome back. I'm 59. I'm a single mom. I'm getting my MSW to be a licensed therapist. I am a nanny for 4 kids for work, and I have 3 grown daughters. So here's my Instagram that I went back and pulled up to talk on today. I'm not licensed. This is not therapy advice. I'm just anecdotally sharing with you the things that I hear and watch and listen to that have an impact on me on Instagram. So 31 days of healing via Instagram. Maybe that's what we'll call it. This is just very spontaneous. I just walked in the door because I thought of it on the walk, and I'm like, I'm just gonna turn the camera on. So the first one that was kind of at the top that I have seen recently was actually from Tyler Perry. I had to dig deep. Somebody had remixed it, and to find out who it even was. And the credit didn't even go back to the right person. But anyway, I had to put one of the quotes into a Google search, and it came up Tyler Perry and took me to the original recording. Apparently he was like preaching at a church or something. I didn't know that about him, but I don't know that much about him. Okay, so here it is. There's kind of 3 types of people that he was talking about in your life. One of them is a type that was never meant to be there always, right? They're meant to be there for a season. And I've really been, I get that. That makes sense to me. And when I think of it, there are people in my life that clearly, it was just a seasonal thing, whether it was, friends, although I didn't have a lot of friends when I was in school because I moved around a lot, and I'm the daughter of 2 alcoholics, and so I had to mask a lot. But it just makes sense that obviously there are just people that are just there for a season. They were never meant to be there for a long time. Then there are the people that you hooked yourself to, I hooked myself to, that I thought would be there forever, and they were only there for a season. Now, this could have been my decision. It could have been circumstance. It could have been their decision, but those are tough. Those are tough. I'm thinking, in my case, divorce. 16 years ago, best decision I ever made, other than deciding to have my kids. But because I was married to a malignant narcissist, total 20 years with him. That was a good decision to unhook on my part. I don't think I'd be alive today for multiple different reasons if I hadn't. But it was devastating. And then, I can think of family members, I'm sure you can too, where their choices maybe just weren't working for you. And so you have to make the hard decision to set a very hard boundary. And then thankfully, I have not been through this, but I know so many of you have, where it's by a tragic illness or accident, or, it's somebody that shouldn't have just been there for a season, but due to that was. So, yeah, my heart goes out to you if that is the case. And then the third one was the analogy of a rocket booster. So when a rocket goes into space, it has that booster on it, but then once it gets to a certain altitude, that thing gets knocked off or disconnects itself, blows off. I don't know. My daughter's boyfriend is an aerospace engineer. I guess I can find out the terminology. And what he said, which really struck me, was some people are not equipped to handle the altitude that you are at that point. They can't go the distance with you. They're not meant to. And then he said it doesn't make them bad people, which is true. Sometimes it does make them bad people, but sometimes it doesn't. And I just thought that was so good. And I haven't given it, hours and hours of thought. I don't think I give anything hours of thought with my ADD brain, but I just thought briefly about some times where I was probably the booster to somebody, and then I just kind of disappeared. And I have shame around that, because that was because of my own inability to either be authentic and honest, or I don't know. I just think it has a lot to do with people pleasing, and then just getting to a point where it feels like this is not working for me, but I can't be honest because I don't want to disappoint someone, so just ghost them. Just being honest here. And I don't like that, and I can think over my life of multiple times I've done that. And then I'm thinking of the people, what specifically, like when I went through my divorce, I was very much in fundamental evangelical Christianity, and that was my group of people, which that's not where I am anymore. But there were a few people, a couple in particular, that I talked to on a regular basis. I would consider them close friends. Integral support person, the person you pick up the phone and call. If your car's broken down, or if you've got sad news, or, those kind of close people. And they virtually disappeared overnight. And I think that quote helped me. I had a lot of anger for a while. It was one of the hardest things I've ever gone through. Very contentious divorce. When you divorce a malignant narcissist, expect that. And I think maybe the messiness of divorce when you're a Christian was too much for them. Maybe my pain was too much. Maybe they were triggered. I don't know. But I pretty much haven't talked to him in 16 years. So anyway, I thought that was good. That's good food for thought. Just think about the kinds of people that have been in your life, are in your life, and, you know, what the circumstances may be. Some people are only meant to be there for a season. Some people we thought were going to be here forever. Turns out they were seasonal. They were seasonal employees. And then, you know, when you think of a rocket booster too, that's kind of usually kind of explosive, you know, like it's something you were not maybe planning on. That last one where, you know, it just, they can't be with you at that altitude. So hopefully that was helpful. Yeah, I don't know, this was kind of fun and I didn't have to think about it a ton. That may show in the quality. But now that I am iced off, I have not had my morning coffee because I just couldn't have that hot coffee and then go on that long hot walk. So it is time for coffee. I hope you have a great day.